Hello everyone, and welcome back to Steins Gate. I'm G, and we just had a rather unfortunate set of conversations with Rukako, which I already talked about. I'm not going to talk about them again. But suffice to say, there were some outdated thought processes involved. But either way, we have a plan going forwards to deal with Rukako's unique difficulties. I suddenly realized something that makes me smack my forehead in dismay. Damn, Rukako, you're 16, right?
Right.
So you were born in 1993.
Yep, the same year as Mayushi. What about it?
In order to tell Rukako's mother to eat a lot of vegetables, we need to send a email to 10 months before Rukako was born, meaning we have to send it to 1992. When did cell phones become widespread in Japan? Looks like Kurisu and Daru figured it out. Oh, so that wasn't a pensive that was a realizing Daru goes to Google it. Around 1996. There wasn't mail until later, though. So the year Rukako was born, most people still didn't have cell phones. Rukako's mother may not have had one. In that case, she might not be able to receive the D-mail.
Oh, I get it. We can't do it.
Rukako's face darkens. I fold my arms in thought. Some way to receive the email, in an era when cell phones weren't yet widespread. What about modifying it to send crazy waves or something?
What the hell are crazy waves?
Waves that only crazy girls can pick up. You know, girls who always talk about stuff no one understands. It's pretty moe.
I'll microwave your brain if you don't shut up.
Yes, abuse me more, please.
Couldn't you put a letter in a time capsule and bury it? That would go to the future, not the past. Oh.
I know. How about that thing where you get struck by lightning and that turns you into a girl, like in old comics and anime?
There's no point to the experiment if we don't use D-mail. Don't lose sight of the objective. We're counting on you for a nice idea, Chris-chan. Me? We could build a rocket which exceeds the speed of light squared, and that immense speed would reverse the flow of time, or something.
You're forgetting about the phone wave, too. Furthermore, genius girl, you just contradicted relativity.
It was just a joke. Don't take it seriously.
Useless, all of you. This lab is a disgrace.
Fine then, let's hear from Ho Wing Kyoma, the insane mad scientist with an IQ over 170, whose brain cells are coveted the world over. What's your genius plan?
Inspiration flashes in the corners of my brain. The Edison thing again. This sensation. Yes, my natural mad scientist inspiration is about to explode. I have it. All eyes focus on me. With a broad grin, I proclaim, if we can't send it to a cell phone, then we'll send it to a pager. I mean, it makes sense. Solid plan. About 22 hours have passed since I made my mind-blowingly awesome proclamation.
Hello?
Ruka enters the lab shyly, just as he did yesterday. He gives me a bashful smile when our eyes meet.
Mom had a pager. Yay, that's great, Ruka-kun! Now we can proceed with the experiment.
Rikashi's girl version will definitely be moe. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru are already on standby. Sending a D-mail to a pager. Yesterday, we argued about whether it's even possible. Eventually, we settled on probably. Data is data, after all. The rest depends on the pager radio wave stations 8 years ago, but it should be fine as long as our data gets through safely. We already Googled how to send data to a pager. For the pagers back then, you would first enter the other person's pager number. Then, if in the Kanto region, or enter *2 *2. After that, you would enter the numbers to send. That's how it worked, apparently. Pagers in 1992 could still only send numbers. Phone number display functions were also yet to be implemented, so your number was hidden from the other person by default. A few years after that, pagers started to implement Japanese character displays, enabling functionality similar to that of email. Therefore, the D-mail Rukako is about to send, it's technically not a mail though, has to be sent in numerical form. Naturally, I have a conversion table for that on hand. You can find information even from 18 years ago if you just Google it. I was pretty worried about the lack of information on pagers at first, but that's my little secret.
Urishibara-san, you need to think about what to send to your mother in the past. I do?
If you want to grant your wish, then you must open the door with your own hands. We can only show you the way.
I understand.
We explained to Rukako the function of the phone wave. Names are to change. The numbers we're sending are 1-byte characters, so we can send 36 of them. The pager's number-to-letter conversion system uses 2 numbers to correspond to 1 Japanese character. Furthermore, since you first need to input *2 *2, that means you can only send 16 hiragana characters. And we have mail! From Faris!
Oh no! He escaped, nya! If we don't find him and kill him, misfortune will fall upon Akiba, nya! His name is End of Tutorial! He's small and nimble, and he cries choo-choo, nya! Come here quick, Faris needs your help, nya!
Every time. It hurts. It hurts to do that voice. I think that's a reference to Revolutionary Girl Utena? Because the monkey rat thing? I don't recall. Signs of increasing misfortune. Oh my. A rat! What kind of cat girl is afraid of rats? You disappoint me, Faris Nyan Nyan. I can help, but I won't be cheap. Which one? Probably this one. Encourage the banter with Faris. Love, Faris. Excellent. And we're off. Rukako, understanding everything, takes out a notebook to begin writing drafts for the pager message. I show Rukako the site I found. It reads pager number and letter conversion. Pager typing is commonly known as two-touch typing or pager input. It's somewhat different from cell phone input. You choose the consonant and then input the vowel. The consonants are A, K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, R, W. The vowels are A, I, U, E, O. Basically, to input K, you press 2 to input the consonant K, then you press 4 for the vowel E. This pain. Let's just send 831, 831, 831. That should do it.
Why 831?
8, 3, 1, E for veggies. Yes, Duh. Veggies. We just have to drill this into Rukashi's mother's brain. She'll just pass that message off as a prank.
Then how about 29292929?
I'm going to regret asking this, but what does that mean? Niku. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna try that. Do that in my Aries voice.
Niku for meat. Meat.
Why do you want her to like meat?
That's not it. If you keep repeating meat, then she'll actually start to hate meat and want to eat vegetables instead, don't you think?
Yeah, no. Rukako completes his composition while we speak our nonsense.
How about something like this? Mom, eat veggies, okay?
Isn't that a little too vague? And the first mom should go. That'll just make it harder to believe.
Then eat lots of veggies to give birth to a girl. That's a little too direct, and it's over the character limit. Eat veggies for a healthy kid.
Wait a sec. According to this conversion chart, it looks like you gotta use 2 more numbers for voice consonants. So that sentence is 4 bytes over. Then a little modification. How about eat veg for healthy kid?
Isn't that a little too informal? You're talking to Urushibara-san's mother, you know? Would she understand the veg 4 part?
You have any bright ideas? Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and says no more. Then it's settled.
Come on, let's type it out!
When sending to a pager, the number-encoded message is handled like a telephone number, so we enter the input into the X68000. *2*2 I'm not reading all that. The long, random-looking string of numbers is complete. Alright, we're good to go. Now we just activate the phone wave input change and have Rukako call. The microwave timer is set to 154,152 seconds, so 154,152 seconds. It should arrive around January 1st, 1993. The margin of error is around 1 to 3 days, I guess. Leap year's calculation's a pain, so I ignored it. Rukako's slender finger starts to tremble on top of the enter button. Ready? I'm starting it up. Rukako looks at me with tears in his eyes, then nods faintly. The discharge phenomenon soon occurs. Rukako flinches and takes a step back, but then I see determination flare in his eyes. He sets his jaw and pushes the enter button. 0.456903. A wave of dizziness hits me again. I place a hand on the table to support myself. The dizziness slowly fades. Little by little, color returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated again. Did the world line change? I look around the room. Unlike what happened with Mooka, Rukako's still here. He blushes when he notices my stare.
Okabe-san, could you please not look at me like that?
I fold my arms and tilt my head. Rukako's appearance hasn't changed a bit. I'm paying particular attention to his chest, and his chest, and his chest. Dude. My god. As a guy, it's natural for him to have no breasts. But if he's a girl now, then that's a different story. That washboard... Dude! Oh my god! Ugh. Issues. That washboard isn't tiny breast level, it's no breast level. It didn't work? So the eat lots of vegetables to give birth to a girl thing Kurisu talked about was nothing but fringe science. What kind of scientist believes such a flimsy theory anyway?
What didn't work?
Everyone, including Rukako, looks at me in confusion. Don't you remember? Just now we used the phone wave to change too. I slap a hand over my mouth as soon as I start talking. That was careless of me. As our previous experiments proved, the activation of reading Steiner means that the world line has changed. And I'm the only one who carries his memories through the change. Nobody else here knows what we did. Sorry, it's nothing. Afterwards, Mayuri and Rukako happily go out shopping for lunch at a neighborhood convenience store. Christina, I want to ask you something. Is Rukako...
What pervy act are you thinking about this time? Can't be too careful around the perv duo.
We're not perv duo. We are a pervy gentleman duo.
Whatever. Seriously, whatever.
Damn, I can't ask now. It's really annoying that no one remembers. I don't want to think about how Kurisu might react if I suddenly ask, is Rukako a girl? I should wait until I can get Rukako alone and check then. But considering how his appearance hasn't changed at all, it's very likely that the sex change failed. In that case, what did Rukako's D-mail change? It's just like the Mooka experiment. The result is different from what we expected. The real problem is that we have no control. After I leave the lab, I head to make me Nyan to think. Daru sits in front of me, waiting impatiently for Faris to bring our order. Daru, what do you think about D-mail? It's cool, but it's kind of lame at the same time. What's lame about it? I couldn't use it to win my Rhinet match against Faris. Now that's a selfish reason. As our experiments have shown, D-mail still hasn't reached a reliable level of precision. A true time machine must remove luck from the equation. The phone wave, names of the change, is useless unless we can somehow give the sender more control. For starters, there's the problem of how I'm the only one who can recognize the changes. Without my special power, we wouldn't even be able to check the results of the experiment. Ridiculous. Yeah, we aren't getting results. What about the Lotto 6? Okay, we got some more mail. Let's check out who it is. Wait, where is Faris? What? Yeah, the Messiah. Where's Faris? Uh-oh.
Wow, remember how we were talking about
Joy-san? Yeah.
Joy-san before? Well, I just saw him on the street, the real thing. I got to shake his hand.
Talking. Wait, when was that? Joy-san? Who's that? Joy-san. What are you talking about? Who's Joy-san? An assassin from the organization? Probably this one. This one's a little bit less alarming than the other one, so let's go with that. There we go. Pending. Although it was Rukako's mistake that cost us the prize, he wouldn't have been in a position to make that mistake if I hadn't asked him to buy the ticket in my stead. Why did I do that? It's as if Steins Gate guided the money away from my grasp. No, I need to think positive. Hoin Kyoma will not let this keep him down. I won't give up, for I am a mad scientist. I don't understand what you're saying, but you sure seem confident about it. Someday, we will improve the phone wave names of the change, so that it may be used to send things not only to the past, but also to the future. We'll improve it. No, we must improve it. For that is the choice of Steins Gate. Mwahaha!
Time machine?
Oh my god. Wait, no, yes.
A time machine?
Faris' voice is hard. Huh? Faris is standing right next to me. Where the hell did she come from? Damn you, Faris. Eavesdropping is cowardly.
What do you mean? Your voice is so loud it echoes through the whole store, yeah?
What? No! Once again, I leaked classified information concerning the future of mankind.
Here's your iced coffee and your iced tea and cat food. Thanks for waiting, yeah?
Daru's order of cat food is one of this maid cafe's specialties. It's not the usual miso over rice, but a stylish risotto instead. It's one of Daru's favorites. It's actually pretty tasty. Faris places the iced coffee in front of me.
You want milk and syrup, yeah?
Never!
If Kyoma's gonna be like that, I'll pour it all in, yeah? You need sugar for a healthy brain, yeah?
Despite my refusal, Faris pours all of the milk and syrup into my glass.
Nya 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 nya.
Then, speaking some nonsense incantation, she mixes my iced coffee with a straw, and the whole time she stares straight into my eyes. There it is. Faris-chan's secret technique. Eye contact mix. Daru starts explaining in excitement. Most maids can't do it without spilling a little, yet Faris-chan makes it look easy. That's why I love her. It's because of the secret technique that Faris-chan reigns supreme as Maid Queen's #1 maid. The iced coffee in the glass changes from black to brown. Damn, she's dragging me into her pace again. Next, Faris performs the same secret technique on Daru. Thank you, Faris-chan. I'll be sure to savor it. He bows deeply. Such a polite man. I take a sip of my iced coffee. Its bitterness and sweetness flow down my throat. When I look up, I see Faris standing next to me, her silver tray in front of her waist. Do you need something?
I want to hear the rest, nya. Kyoma and Daru, nya, we're having a fun little chit-chat, nya. Something about a time machine. Faris really wants to hear, nya.
She gives me a babyish look with upturned eyes. But I firmly reject her. It's top secret, not for outsiders.
And whose big mouth let the whole store hear, nya? Tell Faris, Darunyan.
She's targeting Daru now. Don't underestimate him, Faris Nyan. Daru is my most trustworthy right-hand man, the wizard-class super hacker. He won't be tricked into divulging classified information. We've built an amazing machine that can send emails to the past. I did most of the work, of course. And he's broken. Women are scary.
Is that a time machine, yeah?
I guess you... Oh, that's Daru. I guess you could say that.
Wow, you're awesome, yeah? Your big brain makes my heart race, yeah?
You mean it? Now I'm embarrassed. Dumbass. What's with that grin?
Faris dreams of going on a journey through time, yeah?
I'll bring you along someday. Daru, don't make promises you can't keep.
By the way, it's been bugging me. But what is time anyway, yeah?
What?
Time is often compared to a river, yeah? Flowing from past to future.
I don't want to discuss existential philosophy in that voice. No.
But is that really how it is, yeah? If time is a river, then where is the present, yeah? Is it a point? Is it a line? Or where does the present begin and end, yeah?
Now that you mention it, I only have a vague concept of time. Never gave it any serious thought. The present is a leaf floating on the river. It moves along with the flow from past to future.
So are we riding on that leaf, yeah? When you die, do you fall off, yeah?
You could say that. All points upstream from the leaf are the past, downstream, the future. Oh.
Yeah. But is that leaf only the present for humans, yeah?
Meaning?
Humans make units to define and observe time, which is how we know this leaf is the present.
We are going to discuss the existential implications of time in that CATGIRL voice. Oh no!
But if every living thing in the universe went extinct, nothing would exist to observe the present, yeah? In that case, where would the present go, yeah?
Wouldn't something like God or the will of the universe observe it?
But what if God is a four-dimensional being who can freely move through time, yeah? If God is the one who decides the present, then won't our present move with him, yeah?
This is hard. So what you're saying is that the present is subjective to the observer.
If we go with that assumption, then the past and the future also depend on the observer, yeah? If Faris were to use a time machine to travel back 1 week, then Kyoma and Darunyan's present would become Faris' future, yeah?
I guess that makes sense.
So how does the leaf model reflect that difference, yeah?
Neither Daru nor I has an answer to that. Perhaps nobody has an answer, just like the collapse of causality thing that Kurusu mentioned. Does that mean that time machines and time travel are impossible after all? But CERN's jellified test subjects physically traveled as far back as 1921.
Anyway, if everything depends on the observer, then clocks are meaningless, nyan. Fun times fly and hard times drag, nya. In other words, the flow of time changes depending on your point of view, nyan.
Speaking of which, as you grow older, it feels like time starts to flow faster, doesn't it? Janet's law.
Faris thinks about this stuff sometimes, nya. I think time might not be something as simple as a river, nya.
Yeah, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. The strict definition of time, similar to the question of where is the self, is one of humanity's eternal questions. Countless renowned scholars have left this question unanswered. There's no way amateurs like us can answer it. But there's one thing I can do. Mwahaha!
Nya?
Fret not. Though physics and philosophy may deny us, our machine has made time travel possible. Am I correct, Daru? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Looks like you guys have kicked reason to the curb, yeah. But Faris wants to use the time machine too, yeah. Can I, please?
Sure, I'll let you use it as much as you want, Faris-san.
Really, yeah? Then it's a promise, yeah.
Daru, don't decide things on your own. Faris springs up with joy and hugs Daru's rotund body. That's all it takes to make Daru look like he's died and gone to heaven. Oh boy. After killing some time at Makewean, I leave Daru and head back to the lab. The only person there is Mayuri. She's working on a costume. Heh, Mayuri, you're like a housewife burning the midnight oil to bring a little more money home.
Midnight oil? Are we eating?
Sigh. Kids these days.
Besides, Mayushi doesn't charge for her costumes.
Seems like she understood the rest of what I said. It was just a joke anyway.
Hobbies shouldn't just be hobbies, you know? It makes me happy to see someone wearing a costume I made.
Do you want to become a designer? Come to think of it, Mayuri has never talked about her future.
No way, it's too hard.
Then what is your dream? Mine is to destroy the system and plunge the world into chaos.
Mayushi just wants to keep hanging out in the lab.
What? You don't want to be a lab mem? You want to be a lab mem forever? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this lab has no interest in profit. You'll always be hurting for food.
You know, Okarin, we have 6 lab mems now. Isn't it amazing? Mayushi never expected we'd grow this big.
That's a sudden change in topic. And for some reason, she's puffing her chest out in pride.
It's all because Mayushi became your hostage.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I tricked every last one of you into joining with my masterful manipulations! Mwahaha!
You shouldn't say things like that. And besides, you didn't trick me.
That's true. You came of your own volition. She joined the lab without my ever asking. When she appeared in the doorway and offered to join, I thought she was a goddess sent from heaven.
Okarin? Can Mayushi still be your hostage?
Is that a joke or a serious question? I can't tell. Is that what you want?
Well...
Mayuri drops the costume in her hand. And then she smiles shyly.
Maybe it is.
Such a masochist. I had no idea.
Huh? But I mean, as long as I'm your hostage, Mayushi won't be lonely, and neither will Okarin.
I see. Sometimes Mayuri throws me off my game. But if that's her reason for staying at the lab, then I'm happy.
I'd better get going.
Mayuri stands up and starts putting away her various sewing tools. Mayuri. Want to get something to eat on the way back? My treat.
Really? You never treat me.
I'm in a good mood today.
Then how about KATGIRL? The mince cutlet is, god tier.
You'll get no argument from me. Just leave it to me.
Yay! I love you, Okarin! Mayushi's really happy.
Well, at least she's easy to please. Mayuri and I head for KATGIRL. After that, I'll see her safely to the station. I spend the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I return to the lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Kurisu are all assembled. Faris! Love it.
I told you it's too late, nya!
Catastrophe, nya. Reply. Too late. What are you talking about? You haven't told me anything. Send. Delightful. Okay. Thanks for coming in on a Saturday. Your devotion to science makes me proud.
Yeah.
Kurisu sighs deeply.
It's the middle of summer, but instead of going on vacation, I'm stuck in this sauna with a bunch of pervs. Where did I go wrong?
She's really giving us a verbal beatdown. Wipe your tears, you experiment-loving girl without a single friend.
I'm not crying. Besides, you're the one who told us to be here.
Indeed, but the one who obeyed my orders and arrived on time was you.
You know...
Oh my goodness.
You know, Christian is actually a very honest and hardworking girl. That's what Mayushi thinks.
Mayuri smiles as she eats some nuggets from McD's. McD's, good gracious.
That's what makes her so
Goodness gracious, G, you're having some issues today.
That's what makes her so adorable. What? How can this girl say something like that while eating a nugget?
Don't let it bother you. That's just Mayuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it. A Yuri flag. I get it.
Please unget it. Here, Christian, have a nugget. Thanks.
While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put my laundry on the table. However...
Don't put that there, it's filthy.
I just washed them. Why do we have no music? Why? Why is this?
Like I care. What kind of guy puts his underwear in a girl's face? Have some decency.
If you're that interested in my underwear, then just say so.
What? I'm not interested at all. Come on, guys. No more talking about underwear. She's trying to eat here, okay?
How can you say that when you're still shoveling nuggets into your mouth? Don't interrupt me. I end up putting my laundry in the changing room. As I explained to Daru yesterday, I've noticed something about the results of our experiments. D-mails have too many uncertain variables. We can never be sure what will happen when we send one.
It's not like we can do anything about that. After all, the result is up to whoever receives the mail. Of course, if you can analyze the recipient's psychology, then you might be able to manipulate them into doing what you want. Though that might be a little bit too much for Halloween underwear here.
You just wanted to say underwear, didn't you? Underwear aside, the fact is that D-mail is still far from complete. I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into chaos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I called you here today. The purpose of today's roundtable conference is... Another roundtable?
If you want a roundtable conference that much, at least go buy a round table. Remember what Ocarine said, Christian? The round table is in our hearts. Mayuri-san, you're really innocent, but you shouldn't take everything Okabe says seriously. Really?
The round table doesn't matter now. More importantly, the purpose of today's meeting is to explore methods of true physical time travel, not just D-mail, with the objective of sending someone to the past like CERN has.
Don't be ridiculous.
That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than she was during the whole underwear thing.
CERN has the best equipment in the world, and even after 9 years, they still haven't succeeded. We can't possibly hope to accomplish something like that. You'll become a Jello, Karin!
Kinda sounds like Get a Froggy. Where did those things get popular anyways?
This isn't a laughing matter.
Isn't it too early to give up? Haven't we already succeeded with D-mail, a first in human history? But we're not the first. Didn't CERN do it before us? Humanity's first time-traveling email. For we who have achieved that miracle, nothing is impossible.
Such baseless confidence. Anyway, wasn't it just a coincidence that we discovered D-mail? We still haven't figured out what's functioning as the lifter.
We just need to figure that out, don't we?
It's futile. How do you solve a problem that even CERN can't figure out? If you can't set the destination, then you don't know where you'll leap to.
I'll pass on leaping in deep space, thanks. That is a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine is worthless. Wait a second. We don't set the destination when we send a D-mail, yet it still arrives where it's supposed to. How do you explain that?
Now that you mention it,
Use at the mail address, right? Isn't that enough?
Is it? I don't think a phone signal can be received from millions of kilometers away. I bet you get a busy signal or something.
I stare at my phone. Maybe our... nope, that's me. Well, Kyoma, I don't know. Words are hard. Maybe our cell phones are acting like black holes and white holes.
You shouldn't speculate like that. You have zero basis.
Is it possible that we form a wormhole?
No wormholes have ever been confirmed to exist.
I groan. Kurisu and Daru fall silent. The problem has them stumped too. Mayuri is the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it. In any case, the cold hard truth is that D-mails arrive precisely when and where we want them to. We're ahead of CERN in that regard. Now, can we apply D-mail technology to physical time travel? But with D-mails you can only send 36 bytes of data. No way you can send a whole person with that kind of limit. It's the same problem that CERN is having, and the reason their subjects turn into jellymen.
If you want to become Jello, Kareen, I'm not stopping you.
Recalling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Kerr black holes, ring singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. I bet it's more than an exabyte.
It would be best to leave physical transfer aside for now. Sending data through time is an amazing feat by itself. We should be satisfied with what we've got.
Sending data through time is enough, huh? Such pessimism is unbecoming of a scientist sworn to uncover the secrets of the universe.
I'm telling you to know your limits. If you're going to uncover the secrets of the universe, you need personnel, equipment, and funding to rival CERN's. It's one thing to set lofty goals, but this impoverished lab has no resources to speak of. I've been thinking, maybe we should bring the phone wave to a proper research institution and entrust it to a specialist. CERN's keeping their time machine research top secret, so if we make an official announcement, it'll benefit the future of mankind.
If we make an official announcement, the organization will become aware of my existence.
Oh, come on, I'm being serious here. There isn't the time for your childish...
And we've hacked into CERN. Those heartless bastards will do anything, even experiment on human beings, and behind them is a power greater than all the nations of the earth. If we make the phone wave names to change public, they might have us erased.
You watch too many movies.
The name Committee of 300 appeared in actual CERN documents.
Yeah, but...
Kursu's tone weakens.
She's kind of scared.
If they find out about our hacking, they'll seriously have us killed. I didn't make any mistakes that could give us away, of course. Also, and this is the biggest problem, I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn. If we go public, we won't be able to do cool stuff with D-mails anymore.
Why you...
No way I'm giving up such an awesome machine. I am Ho-Win Kyoma, the insane mad scientist who rules space and time. Why desire is, that's right, chaos!
This guy's hopeless. Better do something quick.
Everybody freezes. Christina, are you an Atchana?
Shut up! I'm not, okay?
Kursu gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are so cold my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say. That reminds me, Daru. Have you made any progress hacking into CERN? He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBM 5100. But I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard. Yeah, right now I'm combing CERN's massive database. It would take years to read it all. For now, I've passed everything that looks important to Makiseshi for translation. Basically, I've gone as deep as I can go. CERN belongs to me now.
Thank goodness you're on my side. If only you weren't so weak to seduction. Christina, report on the status of these translations. Can you stop talking like that? It's pretentious and annoying as hell. Hell. Mayuri takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason. Christian, as Okani's childhood friend, I promise you'll get used to how he talks eventually. I just hope it doesn't take 10 years. So you're saying you want to stay with me for 10 years? In other words, you want to work at this lab for the rest of your... It was sarcasm. Get it? Sarcasm. Oh. Give me a report, Christina. If you don't, I'll call you a Nat channeler. Didn't you hear me the first time? She glares at me again. My blood goes cold. I've been working on the translation when I have time, but so far I haven't seen anything new about time travel. It looks like CERN is still struggling to find a solution. Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years, like Teeter said. Daru, any other results?
Well, it looks like CERN's in the middle of a big project, so the LHC's a full operation. I'm trying to see if I can cut in and maybe use it secretly.
What? No way! Kurisu's stunned. Honestly, so am I. Is that amazing? It's not amazing, it's downright outrageous. Super Haka, what a monster! Hey, Christina, are you doing that on purpose? Doing what? She's a Nat channeler, no doubt about it.
Anyway, I'm just doing it for laughs. It's not like we have any reason to use the LHC.
It sounds like things are going smoothly. When do you begin stage 3 of the operation?
What's stage 3?
CERN's most secret, forbidden domain. We're going to free the darkness hidden inside.
In Japanese, please.
The IBN 5100 database. I'm asking if you started hacking it yet. Daru frowns.
We can't, remember?
You said all we needed was an IBN 5100 of our own.
Right, that's the problem. We can't do anything without one.
Huh? Again, this feeling of disconnect. The conversation isn't making sense. But I got you an IBN 5100. You haven't started working on it yet?
Huh? You got one? When?
Puzzled, I look at Kurisu and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused, like always. Kurisu meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders. First I've heard of it. Impossible. That just can't be. I dash into the development room. The IBN 5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi Shrine should be on the shelf inside. It's in a cardboard box, and it weighs 25 kilos, too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look, it's gone. It's no longer where I left it. The IBN 5100 was right here. Where did it go? Everyone looks at me in surprise. Why are you staring at me like that? The legendary PC that was donated to Yanabayashi Shrine. You've seen it, remember? I don't remember.
Donated to Yanabayashi Shrine? That's stupid.
You sure you weren't hallucinating? It's hot these days. Despair drags me down like quicksand. We can't hack that database without the IBN 5100. Who stole it? The organization? CERN? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN 5100 from the lab. No. Even if they could steal the IBN 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mayuri and Daru's memories of it. What happened? Kiryu Mooka. Maybe I should check with her first. Could someone other than Mooka have stolen the IBN 5100? I considered the possibilities. The next name that comes to mind is... Don't tell me it was John Teeter? Of
course, Teeter's goal was to obtain an IBN 5100, and I've already contacted him several times. But how did he get my personal information? While I'm trying to decide whether I should send the mail, Kursu tells me to calm down. A high school girl is chiding me. She dares make a fool of Ho-Win Kyoma? Irritated, I explain the purpose of the IBN 5100 and how I came to obtain one. During that time, I also send Mooka a mail for confirmation. I got an IBN 5100, did you know? And I think that that is a pretty good place to cut it. We have come up against an unexpected issue. And boy howdy, I love how things change, and sometimes you notice and sometimes you don't notice, and sometimes they're discussed and sometimes they're just like they just happen in the background. I love it. I love how they do these. And I'm really excited to keep going in future episodes. But yeah, thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Steins Gate, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.